Okay, look at you, looking at us.
Yeah.
It's Feeling You with Vic the Brick Jacobs and PJ right here. Love the nutty hat, the lid, Victor. Once again, you bring it.
Your summer, as
Yeah.
we wind down in the Labor Day weekend, we're very, very happy and
Yes.
blessed and humbled to be here with you, however you stream. Feeling You with
Yeah.
Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ, Chris Donovan on the ones and the twos,
Yes.
and Yuko Sakamoto, my beloved bride, on the gong,
Yes.
and of course, Dave Cardona, our graphics master. We bring it to you, the crazy takes,
Crazy take.
crazy sports, crazy hot sports. PJ,
Yeah.
I was enthralled with the first taste of college football.
Oh,
Fumble.
some big wins and some kind of few crashes too. You know, starting off, of course, with USC, who annihilated their team, Missouri. They played Missouri, right?
They played a team from Missouri. I think it was the
Yeah.
Missouri Sisters of the Poor.
But see, I
Missouri
was trying
State, Missouri North, Missouri South,
I
Southwest
was,
Missouri. I
I
mean,
was trying to find a way to say that. I mean, I think they chopped up those poor guys. They weren't really ready for that. But 73 to what? What'd they
they're
get?
13, I think.
13? Yeah,
Yeah.
73-13 win
I'm
for
not,
USC.
basically, PJ, I'm not impressed
No,
because basically, you schedule a team that barely can play with
right.
the big boys, and you
Yep.
put up 73 points on them at home.
Yep.
That's not impressive. Lincoln Riley has a long way to go.
Long way.
He's on the hottest seat in America as far as I'm concerned as a head coach
Yep.
because USC has underwhelmingly performed in his
Yes.
4 years as head coach of USC. Listen, if you're a USC fan, you feel good. You scored 73, but it's meaningless. It's like Alabama putting up 70 on the Citadel. In prior years,
Yep.
the SEC scheduling cream puffs. To me, that sucks.
Yeah.
For college football, I want to see games like Texas, Ohio State. That was a great opening game. Number one versus number three. Arch Manning, much hyped and much beaten up by the great Ohio
Ooh.
State defense.
Yeah.
He threw for 170 yards.
Yeah.
Unimpressive. Picked off, touchdown
It
pass.
didn't look good. Did
First three
not look good.
quarters, totally bottled up.
Yep.
Give it up for both those teams for scheduling each other.
Yep.
Because number one, number three,
Yep.
Ohio State will be your new number one in college football. But who cares? It's a long season.
Long
But
season.
the defending champions came to play. At the shoe, 104,000. But here's for me why Texas lost. Everyone's saying they lost because Arch Manning couldn't, live up to his potential. Hey, Arch Manning's going to be good. Texas is going to be good. They're an excellent football team. Ohio State already an excellent football team, but they did not bring Bevo, the Longhorn steer,
Right.
their mascot of
There it
Texas,
is.
the
There it is.
2,000-pound beast.
Yeah.
They did not take him because it was so early, in the school year that the
Yeah.
Texas Wranglers, who take care of the beast,
Yeah.
couldn't miss 4 or 5 days of school or something. To me, that was a weak excuse for not taking your mascot
That's right.
out to the horseshoe to Columbus, Ohio, to compete with the Lee Corso's head. I mean, you've got to bring your mascot. And you know my story with Bevo.
Yeah.
I was very, very close when I was working in Austin, Texas, for the NBC affiliate there. Very, very proud on Martin Luther King Boulevard. I would have a very strong relationship with Bevo, the Longhorn steer.
Of course you
And
would.
before every big game, I go out to his pasture and stroke his horns for good luck for the
Yeah.
Texas Longhorns. And then on the biggest game against Texas A&M,
Yeah.
I brought him into the studio live. I did my sportscast live with Bevo right next to me, and of course, Bevo lost control. He was totally on drugs,
Yeah.
and he lost control that night, and he urinated all over the studio. And I was later fired for that act.
Of course.
I did clean up the urine, his Bevo's urine, but the station manager, who was drunk up in his office, didn't know what was going on. I really should have cleared it with authorities, but
Yeah.
I just brought in the steer. I was
I
young and
mean,
I was young and reckless.
didn't it occur to you that at some point this animal is going to relieve himself somewhere?
No, no, I thought he was
You
under
think about it.
control with the
Huh?
drugs. I know he was heavily sedated. I know the beast was heavily sedated.
Aren't you the one that came up with the slogan, "Where's the beef?" I think that was Carla Peller.
I love Bevo, but Bevo is not in Columbus, Ohio. I think that was a reason for the one of the reasons for the 7 point deficit. But Ohio State's defense was sensational. Give it up for the Buckeyes, but give it up for those two teams who played each other tough. And didn't Texas didn't schedule Texas Southwest
Green
Northwest
Puffs,
State.
Green Puffs.
Yeah. And again, that's what college football is about, the top teams playing one another. But in this top 12 playoff, TJ, you could lose a couple games and still win number one, be number one. That happened last year with Ohio State. You can lose a
Yeah,
couple,
yeah.
still be number one when it's all over with the 12-team playoff. But again, LSU, Clemson, excellent game.
Oh, LSU.
Everyone was picking Clemson. They were like a sexy pick to be number one. They
Well, they were
lose at
number
home.
four.
They
Yeah.
lose at home to LSU.
Whew, that was a
And
big one.
but Brian Kelly, biggest win of his career, I believe. He
I think
always
so.
loses his opening games.
Yeah,
This one on the road, this was a gigantic victory for Louisiana State and a very tough loss for
yeah,
Dabo Sweeney
yeah,
and Clemson. But that's college football. That's how it rolls.
yeah,
Uh, there's going to be another good matchup. Miami Notre Dame. These are excellent matchups. And I got to respect the teams that go out and say, you know what, I'm not going to schedule some weak squad just to
yep,
get a win. Pay that team $200,000, let them lose by 40 and go home.
right,
Or in Southwest, Missouri State's case, lose by 60 and go home.
right.
They got paid. Everyone gets, these teams get 60, get a couple $100,000, to lose a game, and
I
they
know.
need it. They
And
need it. They need it for their coffers.
well,
Economically, let's face it, it's tight even in college football.
they're paying players now, so
Yes, it's a whole new ball
they
game.
they. I mean, come on, these quarterbacks are making some of them a couple $1 million, some of them more. UCLA quarterback,
Yeah, Maliva,
mm, yeah, making a couple $1 million
he looked
and,
terrible.
and looked awful.
Terrible. Utah destroyed them
Oh
at
my God.
home.
The
I mean,
Utes. Watch
that
out for the Utes. I was impressed with them.
well, they were favored.
Yeah.
I got to respect UCLA for at least scheduling a solid team at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
But they got rung up. They were not in that game.
Yeah.
Utah came out and just destroyed them.
Yeah.
Deshaun Foster, second-year head coach, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I think he's safe for this year. But again, if you get 35,000 to show up, and that's who showed up for this game,
Yeah.
attendance-wise, you're not going to save your job. You have to have an interesting team. They have a new offensive coordinator from Indiana. You know, did
That
nothing.
didn't look good.
Did not look good. Nothing looked
No.
good for UCLA.
No.
And Utah, you're right, PJ. They could be a sleeper in the top 25.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we'll see where USC lands. They're not even in the top 25.
No, no, and they
They've
shouldn't
been in
be.
it every year but five for the last 60 years. So that's not boding well for Lincoln. I agree with you. I think his job is on the line. He's had weak defenses year after year since he's been doing this. And yeah, he gets a lot of points, but he has to try to just, stay up with them. This year he does have some pretty good runners. I like his receivers, Lemon and Lane. He's got some power. We'll see what happens there. But I like Notre Dame. I like Utah. Utah's kind of a far
Sleeper. They were a
far away
sleeper.
sleeper pick. I like them. I like them a lot. So we'll see. The running Utes.
The running use college football is up and at 'em,
It's
and we are just waiting with pins and needles for the start of the real league, the
well,
Shield, the
countdown.
National Football League, PJ.
Yeah.
And again, there were some ripples across the NFL landscape as the Cowboys,
Wow.
against all logic, and Jerry Jones defies all logic by giving away basically his defensive juggernaut, Micah Parsons, to the Green Bay Packers for draft choices and a nose tackle, Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
That
Well,
to me that to me is basically getting mugged in daylight by the Green Bay Packers. That was a horrific trade. You can't trade, PJ, one of the stars of the league.
yeah.
4 years in the league, four All-Pro appearances,
It's
averaging 12 and a half sacks, a year. No one does that his first 4 years, except maybe Reggie White
right.
for the Packers in his first 4 years. Micah Parsons is a defensive force. He is the edge. Forget about the edge on you too.
Yeah.
The edge is Micah Parsons, and Green Bay Packers made themselves a favorite by stealing him from the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, again, Jerry Jones, what are you smoking in Dallas? Wake up! Do you
Well,
see the brick? Or another brick? Listen, man, Dallas fans would want me to do this. You see
oh
the brick,
yeah,
Jerry
and
Jones?
there it
You
is.
see it?
Give it to him.
You
He's earned it.
freak! Gong me, you.
I like it. I like it. He earned every second of that. He made a bonehead trade all on ego. Everything was about ego. It was about, if you're not going to do what I want you to do when I want you to do it, then I'll get somebody else. So he's trying to counterbalance it by saying he's got two first round picks and he got Kenny Clark. And it's not a counterbalance. Michael Parsons is your franchise. He's your anchor. And to lose him, you not only lose an amazing player, you lose your momentum, whatever momentum you were building. I mean, now it's just Dallas. They should call themselves the Dungeons, the Dallas Dungeons, because seriously, I don't see
Well,
any
they have
hope.
not been relevant in 35 years. I mean, they're not America's team anymore. That
No,
was
no,
that phrase
yeah,
was a fabulous moniker
yeah,
when they were winning.
right,
But now they lose every year.
yeah.
Everyone says, "Oh, this is Dallas's year." No, it's not. It's not
No, it's
Dallas's year. It's
not,
never.
not
It
even
won't be
close.
for a long time if
Yeah.
you don't sign your studs
Wow.
and you screw the guys, by making them, you jangle their chain, until the last week, like a CeeDee Lamb,
Yeah.
or Dak Prescott. You got to sign them, make the team have. The team doesn't trust you. They don't trust Jerry Jones. How could they, if you're a young Cowboy, how could a Dallas Cowboy?
Yeah.
How could you trust Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
He's not signing Micah Parsons. What's he going to do to me?
Yeah. Right. Right. Well, how do you feel about this? The Commanders signing Terry McLaurin, which I thought was a great move.
They
3 year
had to.
solid deal,
Oh, that was sensational.
96 million.
I mean, you have to. Jaden Daniels needs him.
Oh yeah.
This is why the Commanders, were tough listed. Jaden had his first year, he had a dependable wideout
Right.
weapon who we could count on.
Yeah.
So they had no choice. And again, that's Magic Johnson's team. He has a stake in that team
Yep.
in Washington. You make the right decision. You're not going to hang up McLaurin to dry it. Like a Micah Parsons. That only happens in Dallas. If you're a member of the Jones family,
Yeah.
check out Jerry.
Yeah.
Give him a full physical.
Yeah.
He's not making logical decisions anymore.
No.
Have him, prop him up there as a figurehead, but you can't have him make decisions like this anymore. You're destroying the franchise. Um, Listen, they were not going to compete in the NFC East anyway with
They weren't.
Philadelphia.
They
You know,
weren't going anywhere
no,
anyway.
and
But
Washington, even the
yeah.
Giants. Giants, might win 7, 8 games this year.
Yeah.
With Russell Wilson and Dart. Who knows? They
Harper.
might win 7 or 8.
Yeah.
They might beat out the Cowboys this year, the Giants, because the Cowboys got to be at a low ebb emotionally, losing their their spirit, losing
Yeah.
their defensive force. You
Yeah.
need pressure in this league, PJ. You know that
Yes.
pressure wins Super Bowls.
That's right.
Kansas City asserts pressure.
Yes.
That's why they win every year. They've had an excellent defense, underrated. They pressure the quarterback. And that's how you win. The Eagles pressure the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's how you win football games in this league anymore.
It is.
Quarterbacks are going back. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2 out. 1, 2
Yeah.
out. One and a
Yeah.
half out. The
Yeah.
ball is out,
Out.
out and into a receiver's hands.
Yep.
You got to get to the quarterback. That's just the way it is. You like that 1, 2, 3 out. That could be an offensive
I like
coordinator.
that. That was kind of a dun, 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 dun,
Da,
dun, dun,
da,
dun.
da, 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 out. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how
no,
you
I
win.
agree. I mean, you see what Philadelphia did to Mahomes.
Yes,
I mean, in the Super Bowl,
pressure.
pressure, 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 pressure. A guy that good could not get his passes off, couldn't get anything done because of that pressure. Well, the Dallas Cowboys just gave away the pressure they had, and they're not going to get it back. And Jerry Jones can paint any kind of picture he wants, but it's just another flub by that team and by him
I think
personally.
he's delusional, Peter. He even said,
Yeah,
I had this move coming. I had
yeah.
this move. I was going to do this
No,
move. No, you weren't.
no, he
No,
didn't.
you were.
He didn't even know where he was going with it. He just
You
pulled
offered
it out of
Micah
his hat.
You never talked to his agent.
Right. Right.
You disrespected him. You called him Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
it was a total lose-lose if you're a Cowboy fan.
yeah.
I mean, losing. They lose Luka
You,
Doncic.
yeah.
Now they lose Micah
Oh
Parsons.
my God.
Uh,
Shambles. Shambles.
Shambles in Dallas, but that's Dallas's problem. At least they got Cooper Flag.
Yeah,
as a rookie for the Mavericks. But
right.
NFL, this is exciting stuff.
Very
Now
exciting.
suddenly, are the Packers the front runner in the NFC in the NFC?
You got to say that they're near the top. You got to say that now. You have to. You can't ignore them. They were good last year, but this year they took a step up. So I think you've got to say they're right there. It may be the top. I really,
One trade usually will not
usually not.
in an NFL space and time
Yeah.
create a Super Bowl winner. But remember when Dallas made that trade with um, Herschel Walker,
Yeah.
back in the day, and they got back a truckload of first round draft choices, and
Yes.
it completed their team. It made their
Yeah.
team. And now, it's not going to help Dallas with two Flotsam and Jetsam draft choices and Clark,
No.
but it's going to help Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Love at quarterback, and they got playmakers, and the
You got
defense is
playmakers
strong.
all
And
over that thing.
the defense now has Micah Parsons,
Vic,
the
they had
second
a
coming
good
of Reggie
defense
White.
last year. They had a very good defense
Very
last year.
good.
And just a couple of stupid plays away from getting to the championship. So yeah, I mean, you got to look at this and say, okay, you can't bet against the pack to be there. I don't think. I think you've got to put them in the mix now, and they're going to be there. I think they are going to be there. Solid coaching, Love is great. I mean, they're there. Mike is going to be off the hook. Mike is out to prove, believe me, he's going to be tearing people apart. It's going to be fun to watch these Packer games now. You know, it really is.
I mean, someone forgot to, Jerry Jones didn't remember the stat: 12 and a half sacks a year, and incredible pressure.
Oof.
I mean, Jerry just lost sight of reality,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
and the Dallas Cowboy fans have to pay. But this NFL, PJ, it's up for grabs as far as I'm concerned. The AFC West again. I focus on it because it's so furious and
It's
fun.
serious. It's
But
crazy.
it's getting underway in Brazil.
Exciting.
The Super Samba,
Yeah.
the Super Samba man, Mahomes,
Well,
Herbert. That's going to be an excellent opening game. Chargers in Brazil, Sao Paulo. They'll be under heavy police guard, but who cares? They're
okay.
going to they're not going to be roaming the city
No, no,
as
no,
they
no.
do maybe in other venues if they're in London or they're in Belgium or whatever they are. They're in Brazil,
That's a
and
shootout, by the way. That's a shootout.
that's a
That
shootout.
game is going to be everybody thinks they're going to be running. I think it's going to end up being a total shootout, that game.
I just hope the field is safe. That to me, when you
Yeah,
go into foreign
I know.
territory,
I know.
the field is very important. I just hope that
Uh,
that field is in tip-top shape,
Yep.
with no injuries.
No
For
injuries.
these two wonderful teams,
Yeah.
to schlep 12 hours by plane to
That
another
should be the
continent.
NFL's biggest thing that they handle is security and the field. Because the security, of course, is key, but also the field for the player safety. And that should be the NFL's number one concern. And we should never go anywhere where the field isn't perfect and it isn't an NFL playable field because you're putting lives in danger and risking huge injuries to players. So I hope, like you say, the NFL has their stuff together. They check that field out. I'm sure they did. And I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, they wouldn't play this game
No.
unless the field was perfect
Yeah. Yeah.
and the situation is safe and the
Yep.
players and their families, are safe. But
Yep.
it could be anywhere. Let's face it. You take a team to London,
Oh,
they can get racked up in some alley.
you're
So
racked up anywhere.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
On this planet, where is it safe? There is no safe place.
You can't worry about
And,
that. Yeah.
you can't. You have to you make your precautions. You do your due
Yep.
diligence with security, but
Yep.
there is no safe place anymore. With the uncontrolled violence, with the sick violence that has devolved our society, there is no safe place. So
No.
let them play in Brazil.
Let them play.
Let
Let
them play in Rio. I mean, I don't care anymore as long as you do your due diligence. I mean, you could play in New York City, and your offensive
yeah,
line could get mugged in some nightclub,
you never know.
in a Manhattan nightclub somewhere. It doesn't matter. And to
Wait
me,
till wait
it,
till Brazil gets a load of Andy Reid eating barbecue. If you think there needs to be some guards around some restaurants, because when the big fella gets in there and just tears through those restaurants, there's going to be some action.
he
But
could
it's
eat
all
so
good. It's
And
all good.
they a lot of meat in Brazil. The
Oh,
barbecue meat, is beautiful.
are you kidding?
The food's fantastic. I was in Brazil in '82 for Carnival in Rio de Janeiro,
Yeah,
and the food, the people are beautiful.
there you
It's
go.
going to be a great experience.
It'll be
I'm
fun.
going positive. I'm going half full on this.
Go
I
positive.
think it's going to be a great trip
Who are
for the
you going
Chargers.
with, though? That's what I want to know. Who you
Chargers. Chargers.
Chargers?
The
You're taking the
Chiefs' reign is
Chargers.
over. The Chiefs' reign is over this year in the AFC West. You called it, PJ. Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
That's the team in the AFC West.
yeah,
They are the dark horse, strong
yeah.
squad. But
They
I
are.
like the Chargers to make the playoffs, and I like them to establish themselves early. With Herbert, and I like they got Allen back. I like that
Yeah.
Keenan Allen back. The
That's
offensive
huge,
line.
by the way. That's nobody's talking about that. Keenan
No.
Allen is a huge
Yes.
addition to that squad.
Oh,
Huge. I mean,
PJ, like wideout, they don't. They have McConkey and
yeah,
who? They really don't have many weapons.
no,
The offensive line banged up with the Slater injury.
yeah,
Even though Joe Alt can move over from right tackle to left tackle,
yeah,
but still, it's a big blow to the O line, and that was the identity of the Chargers. PJ was Harbaugh wants to run it down your throat.
yep,
Keep running, keep grinding. And now your offensive line suffered a big blow, so that's going to hurt them. It'll hurt them maybe a game. I think they'll lose maybe a game. I think they'll go 11-6 this year, playoff
yeah.
wild card. I believe that for the Chargers. But yes, I love what the Chargers did with Keenan. Because let's face it, Herbert needs targets.
He
He
needs
need,
targets. He
he
can
needs
throw.
weapons.
Lord knows we know he can throw. He's got a great arm. But who's he throwing to? You know, after Ladd, who's he throwing to? So
Exactly.
now
And
he's got Keenan.
he's like Keenan on third down.
Yeah,
They have, he has yet to win a playoff game. So it's a big moment of truth, year of truth.
year of truth. Yeah,
Stand up, Justin Herbert. This is your year, man.
year. By
Uh,
the way, Victor, by the way, since we're talking about this, fantasy football, if you haven't grabbed Keenan Allen, grab him. Grab him now
Good
because
call.
he's a sleeper there too. And, you know, he's going to be huge, like we talk about. So get him on your fantasy squad. And I'm saying too, get Burrow because this is Burrow's year. Burrow's going to have a great year this year. He's going to somehow stay healthy, have a great year. So those are my key players for fantasy. One sleeper, one obvious, Burrow. Get Burrow, get Keenan Allen, and then we'll talk about others too.
And
But
I'm loving Ashton Junty of the Raiders, the rookie running back at a Boise
I
State.
wasn't impressed with his first game, but then again, it's a first
Exhibitions. I
exhibition.
don't.
So
Exhibitions are meaningless to me.
yeah, it's meaningless.
It's
You
really
don't
for
know.
the number 53 in the roster,
Yeah,
54 taxi squad.
yeah,
Get a couple series in. Shador Sanders looked good for a couple series against Carolina, and then he went south.
yeah,
But again, he is your third quarterback.
yeah.
For the Cleveland Browns, and I wish him well. And of course, his dad a quick heal.
Yes,
From the surgery.
yeah.
I just love the comeback story. I love the Sanders family. I
Oh,
just
the
have so
Sanders
much.
family's great. They're great. And of course, we called Flacco to start.
Yes,
Fun
you
fact.
love the Flacco. He will
Yeah,
start.
I think Flacco, he'll start. He'll play at least the first 4 or 5 games.
Dylan Gabriel will be
Then
next,
Gabriel
and then
or Sanders,
Shador.
yeah, one or the other.
And PJ, we got to give a big mazel tov
Yes.
to the Swifty marriage with Travis Kelsey.
Oh,
The engagement
of course.
happened this a few days ago. We're very very happy.
I love it.
It's going to be great for Kelsey. It's going to be great for Swift.
Yep.
She's going to have a whole new treasure trove to write for her new albums,
Yeah,
and she can show her love for Kelsey and the albums. They're America's royal couple. I mean,
they are.
who is a more royal? I guess you got Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Also would be a royal couple,
yeah,
but the new royal couple, it's got to be Swifty, Kelsey,
yeah.
the America's royal couple, and mucho mazel tov to those guys.
Mucho.
Be
Yes.
happy, be blissful.
Yeah.
Uh, Gong me, Ukes.
Speaking of
Mazel
gongs,
tov,
Victor.
Swifty. Mazel tov, Kelsey.
Speaking of
Mazel tov.
gongs,
Mazel
Mazel
tov.
Tov, Mazel Tov. Give the Dodgers some offensive help. They are stalling. They're leaving 2 or 3 runners on base every inning. They're getting great pitching.
If they even
Uh,
get runners on base
If they,
against
well, I mean,
Arizona.
yeah, but they did,
That was embarrassing. Okay, PJ, you're so right. This to me is the fatal flaw
Yeah,
of the world champion Dodgers. They
yeah.
don't hit,
They don't
and
hit now. They
and
don't hit.
this inconsistency,
Oh,
as we've been railing, for months,
yeah,
is going to hurt them down the line. I
yeah.
don't see them repeat them. I don't see them repeating. I
They
don't see,
can't. The way they're playing, how could they repeat?
unless Max Muncy comes back and goes really crazy.
Well, that's it.
They
You need,
need hitting.
you need Max. He's the spark plug along with Edmund. Those two who are not playing, if they play, I think that the Dodgers have a chance. Without that, the spark plugs aren't there. Even though they've got great talent, you know,
It's not great when you don't hit, PJ. I mean,
no,
Freddie
no,
Freeman, sensational ball player. He hits a little bit.
yeah,
Mookie snapping out of it. Otani, slump. Uh,
slump, huge
uh,
slump,
Smith,
chasing terrible balls.
incredible slump. But yeah,
They've got Otani's number. You know, they throw low and then they throw outside, and he swings at
and he's
that, chases
exactly
that
he's
pitch
chasing.
over
It's
and over again. I mean, sit him down, say, I hope, isn't he watching film? He can't you see what they're doing to you as a batter? That's what they're doing. You know, they've got his number. He's got to change it up. He's got to change it
He
up.
had a good start. He won his first game as a Dodger. We
Yes.
congratulate him for that. But he's
Yes.
not hitting.
No.
He will be a weapon out of the bullpen come the playoffs. But in the playoffs, PJ, if you're seeding teams right now,
Yeah.
you know, beginning of September,
Yeah.
you got 25 games to play around.
Oh,
How do you see? How do you see the National League, 1 through 5? I'll tell you how I see them, PJ. Number one, Milwaukee.
that's my number one pick. I was just going to say Milwaukee is number one. The Brewers have proved that they're the real deal. They didn't have a lucky streak beating the Dodgers all those games. They are the real deal. They're a tough team from the bullpen all the way to the hitting, to the base running, to playing small ball, to having really who I think is one of the best managers in baseball. They are very well rounded. And because of that, I agree with you 1,000%. They are the toughest team to beat, I think.
Number two, San Diego.
Thank you, the Padres.
Padres have momentum.
Yes.
Even though they're down 3-1, 5-1, they seem to come back. And the reason they did is because their lineup is filled now.
Yep.
1 to 9, they're tough outs.
Right.
The Laureano trade was the key trade. We mentioned this weeks ago when they picked up
Yes.
Laureano.
Whoa, that
That's
spark plug. That's the spark plug for that team.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Miller out of the pen,
Yep.
the Furman, catching. They have guys up and down the lineup now.
Woo.
That's tough outs,
They're
and
loaded.
they're not quitting. And what
No.
happened with the Dodgers, what really irked me and my beloved Brian Yuko Sakamoto, as we are the devotees of the Dodgers,
Yes.
and we love the Dodgers, but I will call them out, and I'm calling them out.
You have to
When
call
they
it.
saw the Padres losing to Minnesota, done. The game was over. It was in Minnesota. Padres had lost a chance to pick up a game, go up 3. They basically threw down their lumber, saying, "Okay, we don't need this game."
Yeah.
And they lose like 3-1. They get like two singles and a double, and the lead remains at 2. Next night it went down to 1. Who knows where it is now? They could be out of first place by the time we're streaming. They could be out of first place. Why? They don't have the hunger. The hunger was when you saw the loss of the Padres to Minnesota, and you had a chance to go up 3, and you're in the middle of your game. You're in the 5th inning against a mediocre Arizona team. You got to put them away. You got
Yeah.
to whatever it takes to manufacture runs. They do not manufacture runs. They're waiting for a home run. It's not going to happen.
All
It's
they're
not.
waiting for.
It's,
Yeah.
you can wait all night. You can wait. For Alex Cole to hit a home run. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
That can happen.
Pages, nice year, but you can't depend on a Pages homer. He's a 270 hitter now. He gets some singles. He's not going deep at home. He never has. All his rather on the road. He only hits home runs at Dodger Stadium. Smith, what a funk for Will Smith. What's going
Yeah.
on with Will Smith?
And you know my feeling on this, Vic. I believe, I go back to Dave Roberts because his constant withdrawing these players and sitting them out 1 or 2 games, then putting them back in. He doesn't care if they're hot or not. I watched him when Call had a good run,
Yes,
and remember that he
I
hit all
do.
those home runs. He sat him out the next 2 games. It it's nonsensical. You don't anybody knows that you leave your hot players in, play them while they're hot because there are going to be times when they take a bow and they step back from being hot. But when they're hot, you don't pull them out and say, well, they need to rest now. No, no, they don't. Lasorda is burning in his grave. He is absolutely spinning. He can't believe what's going on. This is not how you manage a team. You play your hot players until they wave their hand and they go, I can't play another one, Captain. Take me out. You don't do that. It's wrong. And it's cost this team their momentum. It's put Smith in a funk. He was doing great and he was pulled out and he's almost going back and forth with, rushing back and forth, in and out, in and out. That messes, this baseball is a game of rhythm and timing.
Exactly, PJ.
You can't do that to them. You just can't. And for him not to know that, all the years he's been in this league and doesn't realize what he's doing, he thinks he's being extra smart and protecting his players. He's not. What he's doing is he lost a 9-game lead since July, and he's got the whole team in a funk.
And
So
situational hitting, PJ. First and second, nobody out.
no,
We're watching the game.
yeah,
You and I are both saying to each other, they're not going to score.
yeah,
First and
no,
second, no. Freeman just doubled. No big deal. Nobody out. He's not going to score. They don't bunt. They don't hit the ball. To
they're
move a runner
terrible on the
over.
bases.
Move, hit
They
a fly ball. Hit a ground ball to the right side. Move Freddie into the third. They don't do that.
they don't do that.
Teoscar will strike out or hit a weak pop now.
Right.
Teoscar used to drive him in. Not anymore. Teoscar's in a funk.
And let me tell you something else that this has caused because of the momentum and everything you're saying. If you watch the way we field, with a couple of exceptions,
Sloppy.
sloppy, these guys don't dive for balls. Teoscar will not dive for a ball.
He can't.
Well, maybe he can't,
He
but
can't.
whatever the case is, you watch Carroll for the Diamondbacks, even that great player. He dives, he skids, he does whatever, he gets into it. Call will dive for balls and stuff. Most of our guys will not make the extra effort, and I believe it all goes back to the same thing, momentum and everything else. And they need the speech. They need to be told, look, you guys start playing ball, or we're going to make some changes because what's going on now is nonsensical. It really
The
is.
inconsistency, PJ, you sweep the Reds, who are a good team. They're a
They are a good team.
playoff-esque team. You sweep them. And you're feeling good again about the Dodgers. Everyone's saying, yes, they found the way, they recaptured the way, they found the spark. Then Arizona comes to town and they get dominated and
Yeah.
they can't score a run. And they get one run in 24 innings against the mediocre pitching staff. This to me is why they will not win the World Series. And you heard it here first. And I
Yeah.
love the Dodgers. Everyone knows my love for the Azul. My Passione
Of
correspondent for
course.
the Dodgers. I'm born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I know that. I
You're a diehard. You're a diehard.
love them, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
They are fatally flawed.
Yeah.
They don't hit in big situations. They don't know how to hit when you have to move runners over, when you have to get guys in from third, when you're
That's
first
not
and
their
second,
game.
nobody out.
Yeah.
You got to get there. You got to keep spinning them around the bases, man. That's how you win. That's how
Yeah,
they
but
won
see,
last year. And their
yeah,
bullpen is suspect.
right.
To me, Yates is a suspect.
Oh
That was the
yeah.
worst money the Dodgers have ever spent in the offseason in a long time for Yates.
Yeah.
Um,
He hasn't done anything.
Nothing
Nothing.
except give up runs.
Give up runs.
Kasparius is inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
I love the rookie Dryer. He comes in, he gets people out.
Yeah.
He's really been sensational.
Yeah.
But you need more. You need Kopech to come in and shut it down.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. The bullpen to me, I'm not happy with
I
the
agree with you.
bullpen.
I agree with
I'm
you.
not
I
happy
like
with the starting lineup. The starting pitch has been excellent.
excellent.
Kershaw, a
Excellent.
blessing.
Yeah.
Kershaw, a blessing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yamamoto, inconsistent. He'll have one great game, then
Yeah.
he gets tagged.
Yeah.
Glass now, he'll pitch 4 or 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. I'm not. Everyone's glowing about Glass now. I'm
Yeah.
not so. I'm not so happy with Glass.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. He falls apart in the
Yeah,
fifth,
he
sixth
falls
inning.
apart. Thank
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
PJ.
Yeah.
Very acute observation.
Yeah. He just.
Falls apart. I wouldn't even start him in my playoff rotation. To
Yeah.
tell
You
you the
might not.
truth,
Yeah.
I'm going Snell. And even Snell, 5 innings, boom, that's it. He's got to pitch more than 5 innings.
Yeah.
It's Snell, Yamamoto,
Yeah. Kirsch.
maybe Glass now.
Yeah.
Uh, they have issues. And then Kershaw is my two.
Yeah.
Kershaw is
I
my
like
two.
that.
I'm going Yamamoto. I'm going Yamamoto. I'm going Kirsch. I'll go Snell. Then I got to really. It's a toss up. If I'm gonna toss Glass, I really, really am concerned with his fold in the fifth innings. He had a no hitter for 5 innings,
I
six
know.
innings done. I
Done.
mean, where
Is
was
it
the
crazy
consistency?
to say rowboat? Is it crazy to say,
Wobleski.
yeah? Is it crazy to say bring him?
Yes, yes, it is crazy.
Okay.
I could say for a couple innings as a starting pitcher. No, no,
Okay.
I don't see Wobo as a starter.
Well,
But
they
I
got to do
see
something.
Otani. I see Otani pitching five, and bullpen relieving him.
Yeah.
I see Otani. I would start Otani over Glass now. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
agree. He's pitched better. He's pitched better. And
Glass now for
and
four
and
innings, or maybe pitch Glass out of the bullpen. I mean, Glass now is not a starting pitcher. If all you want is 5 innings and 3 runs, there's your Glass now.
yeah,
Is that enough for the playoffs?
not the
No,
way we're playing. Not the
no.
way this team's playing. It's
They don't score runs.
yeah. This
Uh,
team is built, and we got to move on. But this
to
team,
the Dodgers, situational hitting. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. But Roberts built
you
this
see
team
the
for
brick,
one
and
thing.
I have not bricked the Dodgers in a long
Oh, you're
time.
gonna brick them.
Their situational hitting is from hell. You see the brick
I love
Dodgers, you
it.
got to hit with men on base. You see the brick.
There it
You
is.
freaks. Dog me, Ukes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Go
I love
Dodgers.
that
Go.
brick.
Go Dodgers.
It's a good
You
brick.
got to hit with men on
Come
base.
on.
I'm not the,
Roberts built this team with the idea of I'll use crummy pitching. It doesn't matter. We'll get to the eighth inning and then we'll hit a bunch of home runs and win. That's how he
yeah,
managed.
and Tanner
You
Scott and
watch it.
Yates. Well,
You watch
I'm going
it.
to
That's
hold
what he
them.
does. He doesn't care. He says, "Oh, they get three, four runs. Guess what? Seventh, eighth, ninth inning, we're going to, rally and hit about four home runs and win." Well, guess what? That philosophy is not working. It's not working, not paying off, and they don't do any of the things we've already talked about. I'm not going to reiterate, but they don't play small ball. They don't do any of that. So I agree with you. They're not gonna make it to the World Series unless there's a violent turn here and they come to Jesus and they start doing the things to play real baseball. Because just relying on four guys with heavy bats to get you out of every inning is not going to work. It's not.
An elephant in the room, PJ.
Yeah,
The slump
yeah.
of Shohei Ohtani.
Huge, huge,
Huge slump.
huge.
He's not hitting. Again, he's been reaching
Yeah,
for the balls outside. You documented it, but even his habits have changed. My beloved bride Yuko had a very acute observation that he chews gum when he goes to the plate. Now in Japan, you don't chew gum; it's like
ah,
taboo. It's
really.
a bad habit he picked up in America.
Ah.
Again, as Yuko says, she screams at the TV screen, "Take the gum out of your mouth! Take the gum out of your mouth!"
Maybe that's it. We got to send him a message.
Son, get back
Get,
to your roots, Shohei.
get
Go
that
get
gum
back because
out.
right now he's not hitting. We demand a lot from him. He's the greatest player in baseball.
Yeah,
MVP probably if the Dodgers can hold on to this lead. I don't think they will
I don't know.
unless they wake up. They need a wake up call. They really need an epiphany, a striking moment of personal realization and insight that
We're
I got
giving
to
it
hit on
to him.
base. I got to
Yeah,
pass the torch. I need quality at bats. I got
yeah,
to work the count.
right.
They've lost the way.
They've lost the way. Stop chasing balls. But that all that being said, Vic, let's give the Lakers some love. Jeannie and Rob go over and support Luca, in his need, his hour of need. They're there with him. They're supporting him. The whole Laker
Beautiful.
franchise. I like the way the Lakers are handling their business right now.
That is beautiful to see Genie and
Yeah,
Palinka
yeah,
in a three shot
yep.
in Poland.
That was so
I
fun.
mean, I just love it. That shows that they have totally supporting
Yep,
their man. And I like the fact that they didn't think twice about him playing for his native country
right.
because you don't want an unhappy Luca.
No.
You want a happy Luca. And
Yeah.
these guys play for their country harder than they do for their team in the NBA.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's so many NBA All Stars playing in this Eurobasket League.
Yep.
This is serious stuff. It used to be 20 years ago. Oh, they suck.
Yeah.
The Euros aren't up to the American basketball's style and play. They've surpassed us. This league might be better than the NBA. You
Yeah.
look at every team;
Oh,
they
they're
have
amazing. They're super
superstars.
teams. They're super
Doncic,
teams. Yeah.
Antetokounmpo. This is all stars from all around the league are playing in the EuroBasket League.
It's
You know,
fun to watch.
and Luke is playing great.
Oh, yeah.
He peeled off the 30 pounds.
Slim down, looking good.
He had 34 in their first loss.
Yeah.
Then he had 39 and another loss to France. Then he picks up a triple double against Belgium, a triple double that's only done like once every 30 years in Eurobasket.
Yeah.
And so he's playing magnificent basketball,
Yeah.
for Slovenia. And we just have to say, as Laker fans, you must revel in this
We
because he's
must.
going to come back with LeBron, and they're going to make a run.
I
The
think
Lakers will make a run.
they're going to make a run. They look good. They've got the strength, and I think they got their center now. And we'll see what they do. But we're down, Victor, to the point where we got to wrap up. But we want to throw some love to Venus before we go.
Venus Williams, 45 years, fresh, creative, and free at the U.S. Open. She lost, but who cares? She
Yeah.
thrilled the crowd. Then she won. She wins a doubles match
She looked
uh,
amazing.
at
She looked
45.
amazing. Yeah.
The U.S. Open. I want to heads up to all the players, especially Rudd from Finland.
Yes.
They're smoking pot in the stands, fellas. Ladies, you know this. There's going to be the stench of
Yeah.
good marijuana smoke
Oh
in
yeah.
Flushing Meadow, New York, okay? In the borough of Queens. This has been
Yeah.
going on for decades. It's legal in New York. You're going to smell the pot. So stop complaining, stop bitching. In fact, he lost in his next match, Rudd, after he complains about the pot smoke. Hey, Rudd, we're going to be smoking pot in the stands in Flushing Meadow, y'all. You see the brick?
Give it to us.
Bring it and smoke this, Rudd. You freaks! Gong me, Ukes! Yeah!
That's a totally covered in marijuana brick you just threw, but I loved it. It was great. I saw it flying everywhere we
It
threw. It
was beautiful.
was awesome.
You
It's a
saw
thing
the
of beauty,
stems,
Victor.
a lot
Thing
of
of beauty.
stems, a lot of good stems. And
Let's
again, thank you to everyone who's listening,
yes.
on the podcast, on YouTube, and
Spread the
streaming us.
love. Spread the
Feeling You,
love.
Victor Brick Jacobs, and PJ. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your summer. We'll see you next week, PJ.
Yeah, see you. Thanks to Chris and our crew and to Dave and to Ukes and everyone for what they give to this show. And we appreciate it. Share this with your friends. We'll be back. We got great stuff coming up.
And feeling you.